Hi, friends. I'm outside today. It's a little bit cold. That's why I'm wearing a hat. Keeps my head and my ears warm. But it's still fun to go outside because we can find so many interesting things. Today, I thought we'd talk a little bit about tools. And I'm trying to think of all the different kinds of tools I can come up with. The first one I thought of was a saw. Now you should be very careful with the saw because it's made to cut things and it's very, very sharp on the edge. They call these teeth of the saw, just like teeth in my mouth, but a different kind of teeth. And you can cut with the saw, but I don't think that's the kind of tool I want to use today. So what other kind of tool might there be? Maybe you thought of this. Look at that. What do you call that tool? It's a hammer. You can put nails in wood, and you can also pull nails out of wood with a hammer. You can do lots of things, and it's heavy, and it's big, and I don't think this is the kind of tool I want to play with today. What else do I have here? What is this? Look at that tool. What do you think you can do with that? You can screw, turn, and pull screws out of wood and put screws into wood. You can do all kinds of things. This is called a screwdriver. That is an interesting tool, but it's not the kind of tool I want to play with today. What else is in my box? I'm gonna take this out. Oh my goodness, look at that. Whoa, what is that? I've never seen a tool like that. That is a wrench, and it is so big, and it's amazing, and it's heavy, and I'll bet if I put it on a pipe under the sink, I could turn those pipes and loosen them and tighten them and do amazing things with this tool. Tools are fantastic, but this is not the kind of tool I want to play with today. It's a little too heavy for me. What's next? What other kind of tools can you think of? Look at this. You know this, don't you? We've seen one of these. This is a spoon. Did you ever think of a spoon as a tool? You can use it to scoop food. You can use it to eat food. You can use it to stir, and all kinds of fun stuff. And since we know we like to throw things, if you drop it on the floor, you can make your mommy or your daddy jump and say, no! All kinds of fun things we can do with a spoon, but that's not the kind of tool I wanted to talk about today. What were some very, very early tools? What about a rock? Oh my goodness, if you go outside, you can find a lot of rocks. Some are big and heavy, and some are not so big. But this one is pretty big, and it's pretty heavy. And if I wanted to smash some berries, that would be a pretty good tool to use. But that's not the kind of tool I want to talk about today. What is another early tool that people used to use when they lived in the fields and lived in caves and maybe still use today? What is this? Maybe you notice this right here. It's a stick. And if you go outside, you can find lots of sticks. Some are big and some are small. And some you can break. And some you can't. But it's always fun to try. Maybe this is the kind of tool I want to talk about today. What can we do with a stick? Well, first we have to find a stick that's just right. Whoa, that snapped just like that. Whoa, can you believe it? You're strong and you can break some sticks. But we can also tap some sticks. And this is when we make up a song. This is a song some of our older friends might know in some of the older classes. I don't know all the words, so I just made them up. That's what you can do in room 1, or you can do anywhere. If you don't know the words exactly, you can just make up words that fit. And look how I can turn these sticks into a tool to make music. Tap, tap, tap big lines together. Tap, tap, tap big lines together. Tap a little louder now, tap along with me. Tap a little quiet now, tap along with me. Move, move, move big lines, move them in the air. Touch, touch, touch big lines, touch them to your hair. Ah-choo! Ah-choo! Wow! I love tapping with sticks. And when we learn to hold things like sticks, we can learn to hold other kinds of tools like pencils and pens and crayons. And we get all this nice control. And eventually, the stick becomes something we can write with. And we can get our paper and we can write notes to the people we care about, like this. Bye, friends.